Faux is an extension of my creative self, I guess. I feel like, yeah, it's like, for me, it's obviously just, it's not my actual name, but I guess it's just like a persona that was built, I guess, to elevate my creative self. And it's kind of just, it's that kind of person that I kind of go to express myself. And I guess that is just an extension of me. But it's not actually me because it's not my name, but get me. I feel like I feel like my music is quite digestible in a sense where you can at the same time listen to the lyrics and kind of relate to it on more of a personal kind of introspective sense. But also I feel like it's something that you can just listen to and not necessarily think too much about. So I try to find that middle ground. I feel like it's quite important to have some music that is, yeah, pleasing to the people that don't necessarily listen to the lyrics, but also people that just like to vibe and whatnot. So I feel like, it can be when you're on your own or with friends. Like I feel like it's definitely something you can listen to in different environments. Yeah, I think like it'd be something creative. Maybe not like necessarily artistic or like would maybe not be like I don't know. I feel like probably something that kind of involves some sort of creativity. I feel like I get quite a lot of ideas when it comes to like creating stories and shit. So maybe writing or movie director. I feel like maybe a chef though. I'd like to be a chef if I was in a different kind of lifetime. I feel like that has a lot of creativity, and I feel like food is it's really important. So chef. I feel like probably a time where there was just not many humans, just bare like nature and just fucking run around like butt naked and just the spear and shit. Just like, just I don't know. I feel like that's the purest like human form. So I feel like just no bullshit. You just be out here hunting and shit. Or probably the 90s, which is like the opposite. So probably those two. But yeah, I feel like it'd be good to just to see the world in like a completely kind of barren sense way, whatever. Good question. So I think it's become an album because I feel like um, for me anyways when I create like I feel like it comes together without kind of really me thinking about it too much. So it's like it's half me being conscious of what I'm doing and like making the music and whatnot, but also half of it kind of just like becomes something that I'm not in control of. And I feel like that's the case with like my music in general. I feel like music in general, even like sometimes it just feels like there's some sort of like higher power like at work. Um, yeah, so I feel like for me it was kind of one of those things where I was like, okay, I'm starting to build a portfolio of songs that kind of are in the same kind of category for me. That kind of I can class in like a project way. But then I feel like the kind of curation and the ideas um, kind of behind it and the meaning behind it kind of led it to become an album more than just a project or mixtape or whatnot. Um, so yeah, and to expect, I feel like definitely focused more on like, you know, I always do this with my projects. It's always like I want to show people that I'm improving, that I'm not kind of settling for where I'm at, and there's always more to learn and experience. So it's like I want to do that. I wanted to show that, and yeah, the progression and also kind of experimentation. Like there's more experimenting with my voice, with the sounds, with everything. So yeah, should be exciting. For me, it's when I'm in that kind of flow of 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 creating, because I feel like that's kind of like it's been my kind of therapy for since I started. So yeah, and I find it very hard sometimes to disconnect and kind of go to that place, just because you can get caught up in so much other shit, especially living in London. Like there's a lot of bullshit that you doesn't need your attention necessarily sometimes. So it's like when I can fully focus on like a song that I'm making or a beat that I'm making or whatever, or even performing, like those places are definitely kind of moments where nothing else matters. It's like you're just flowing, and it's like, for me, it's like a form of meditation in a sense, like kind of Zen, essentially, where you're just doing and you're not thinking, you're just kind of flowing. So that kind of flow state is definitely like my cloud nine. Probably a Doom verse, probably on Rap Snitches, probably his verse on Rap Snitches. Yeah, hard verse. That's a hard question. For me, it always fluctuates, always changes. Like something like more time. Like I have a favorite, like couple of favorites before it's released, and then I have some after it's released, and that's probably like half as well because of like external people. Like sometimes people are like, oh, this song is hard, and then you listen to it, and you're like, oh yeah, like it's actually harder than I thought it was, or vice versa. Like this isn't as good or whatnot. But I think for me, the timeless track that I haven't been bored of is called Far Away, which is with my friend Lorax. And we made that one on FaceTime during COVID, like a year and a half ago. Some of these songs go back to like a year plus. So yeah, that one right now, but I'm sure it will change. But I felt they're all my children, man. Like you spend a lot of time with them, so you kind of build them up. So yeah, but I'd say that one is like more the timeless one that I can't get bored of. So Far Away. Good question. I feel like for me, the titles are always somewhat obscure, but also very personal, and quite thematic. Like my last project, Dubious, was kind of, obviously people know me as Dubious Feux or whatever for my Instagram, but it was kind of like a play on that. Like I was like, you know what, like it was never meant to become a thing. Like I just liked the word. That was it. Like there's no meaning. Like it's not even that like a positive word necessarily. So it's like I was like, fuck it. Then I'm just gonna put it out there and make it my album title. And Pure Nine, for example, my last project before that is also kind of I guess doesn't really make sense when you read it, but it's like for me it's about the purity when making music, the pure intentions. And also number 9 is my lucky number, and it's kind of a number that has stayed with me. So Opal Blues is kind of like along the same kind of lines. Like Opal is my birthstone. It's also like a kind of meaningful kind of stone to me. And also blues is like, it's a lot of things. It can be kind of melancholy, or like it's also the style of music. Like some of the songs are quite bluesy and whatnot. So it's a lot of different things, but I feel like it's kind of meant to be open to interpretation. Like you can just take it how you want, but it's always personal. There's always kind of thought behind it. So why do people wear socks in bed? Just take your socks off. Like so if you're wearing socks all day, some dirty socks, just take them off. Probably that still. Or why do people wear socks with sandals as well? That is also a question I ask myself. Yeah, that's it. I feel like I would choose 2 songs that are just completely opposite from each other, just to kind of show that it's not a certain style. It's more kind of just a broader thing. Actually, to be fair, probably like the next 2 singles from the album, which is kind of that. It's like one's way more upbeat and in a kind of more like, even I'd say like trappy, like kind of area, and then one is just like neo soul blues, like soulful, just singing, no rapping. And it's like kind of show people 2 sides of the music, I guess, so that they kind of know that there's some sort of, you know, it's eclectic and not just one certain style. So yeah, those 2 songs, they're called Nights and Topaz. Look out for it. So what shoes would I prefer? Damn. Well, these are lit. Very funky. But I can't lie. There's a whistle at the back of the shoe. I've never seen this before. So these are lit. I don't know when there'd be an opportunity for someone to whistle on my shoe still. If it's a dog, maybe. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's meant for dogs. But how does someone get down there? They gotta lie down and shit. But yeah, I feel like these are quite cool still. Can maybe get a sample. I don't have COVID though. Well, this is someone else's, so probably this one. I feel like this is kind of hard as well. I feel like I've been into graffiti and street art. It looks quite street arty, so it's quite sick. And I've heard of Sloan, so respect to him. I don't really wear leather like that, so it could be a cool little statement. Shout out Supreme, 1 of 1. Pretty damn cool. Yeah.